Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I am back with you today to share how I planned this week in my mini happy planner. This is the dated version from Michaels that says "Be happy, be bright, be you" on the cover. I am in love with this version and super excited to be using it. This is my on-the-go planner that stays in my purse each week for when I need to refer to the different activities and the times that they are. I love it and it works wonderfully for me. Now this week I'm going to be doing two things. One, I'm going to be using only this sticker book. This is the floral, kind of like the first sticker book that was created for the Big Happy Planner. It's full of beautiful flowers and watercolor images. And then also I'm going to decorate first. That's right, you heard it. I'm decorating first. I don't know that I've ever done this before. However, that's what I'm doing this week. I've been feeling a little bit in a creative rut, kind of like I'm not really enjoying what I'm creating. I like the process, but not the end result. So I decided that, hey, let's change it up then. Let's shake things up. Let's make them a little bit different and see if I can find different things that work well for me. So as you can see, I'm doing also something else a little bit different this week. I am doing a decorative sidebar, sort of. So keeping all of these decorative things layered, completely just decorative, for lack of a better term, all down the left-hand side. I'm going to also add a big, huge green stem slash leaf right here in the center. And the reason that I wanted it really big was because I wanted it to have some horizontal, interest to the page. So at the bottom I have that where it goes out halfway, and then I wanted the same thing right in the middle. I didn't want it to feel all too linear up and down. I wanted it to have a little bit more movement across the page. So now on the Monday portion, I'm using these two little banners turned on their sides as flags and writing my two activities right there next to that. Now I'm keeping with the color scheme, which is the overall pink, yellow, green, black, and white, and trying to have them all blend together and feel really cohesive design-wise. So now I've added that Today sticker, which is in that light pink, which is just so beautiful and I found myself really drawn to lately, and I've pushed it all the way over to the right sidebar in between the holes for the discs just to bring the design of the page over there. Now also for Tuesday, I'm using those little activity stickers to create my events and activities, and I've got three of them there and layered it on top of the leaf sticker. I love the way the layering looks and how it all just sort of feels like one big piece versus a bunch of different little pieces all scattered about. Now for Wednesday, I'm doing something a little bit different for me. I'm using that little arrow to sort of notate the activity. I really, really love it. It's really bold, it definitely stands out, and it's definitely different. So you kind of look at it, and because it kind of says, hey, look at me, and I love that. Now for the bottom, you can see I only have half, if even that, of the box to do my writing, but that's okay. It's no big deal. I only have two actual activities, so they will go on more lines versus being wider on less number of lines. So now I'm finished with the left-hand side of the page, or layout. So I'm going to bring the right-hand side out, and I like to do this and look at both of them together so I can not only plan the right side, but then also look at the whole thing visually as one cohesive unit. Now as you can see, I placed that little circle down in the corner, so I had to trim off the edges so that they wouldn't hang over. I just simply used a small a small pair of scissors to do that. Now I'm going to continue to add some decorative elements there, but I don't want to go crazy because I know in that bottom box I will add a scripty phrase or word, and so I don't want it to be overwhelming because I want that to also stand out as well. So a couple of small different little stickers all tied together will do the trick, I do think. Now, so for Friday, I have an appointment, and I want to make sure that I can draw attention to it and have it sort of stand out, but yet at the same time have the whole thing fit together and the elements all tied together. So what I've done here is I've added this full box sticker with the lines, and I'm just going to write the information on top of it. And what I love is that because it has that little flower at the bottom, it's just automatically decorative and looks super cute. Now I'm going to tie a little bit of purple in here because there's not really any other purple, but I do love the way that it kind of adds a little pop right there, if you will. And so I've just placed it right there in the corner, and I think it's really, really cute. And I'm kind of glad that I did it, even though I was sort of sticking to that really basic color palette, which is sort of defined by that decorative box in the lower left-hand corner. Now I'm adding another tiny little circle just to balance out the design element, which is to have those three little elements all together. And then what I also want to do is to bring back to the center the design, since we're focused on the right hand side. So I'm going to place another Get It Done sticker next to it, and I love the horizontal and vertical all tied together in that cluster, and the really accentuating the Get It Done for those different activities. So those two stickers tied together that both say Get It Done. Now I'm just using these arrows and sort of creating this overlapping design, one on each line, and since they're a little bit bigger than that, like I said, they have that little overlapping quality, and I actually really like it. It's a little bit different and a little bit more kind of ties it all together, and so I think that's a really fun way. And that's really been something that's very exciting for me about planning this way, which is that I am forced to step out of the things that I do over and over again and look at things in a different way and try some different things as well, because obviously I still want the items or the pages, excuse me, to be functional. Obviously that's my biggest concern. However, I think I can still make it very decorative and yet functional all at the same time. Now, as you can see, I am ready for Sunday, and so I'm pulling out another one of those sort of speech bubble stickers that says Big Plans, because I wanted to, again, bring that horizontal design back over to the right side. So I think it's a really fun way to kind of create all of this good design and functionality at the same time. Now again, I'm just using a couple of simple bullet points for my activities. It doesn't have to be overly exciting, and quite frankly, you wouldn't even have to use stickers. You could just simply draw stickers with your pen or your marker and do the exact same thing. Now I am just totally in love with this color palette. It's wonderful. And now I'm going to add a little bit more of that black and white stripe that I started with at the very beginning, and simply add a couple of different strips of this really thin washi on both sides of the page, just to draw all the black and white together and make it feel like a big part of the design. Now I'm just going to simply add my word for the week with the brush script, and that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave a comment in the box and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.